I'm joined in the studio because the work of a former police officer has been recognised in the Queen's Birthday Honours. Paul Nichols has recently retired after 30 years service for Essex Police as a dog handler. He's been recognised for his dedication to the dog section and will be receiving a Queen's Police Medal. I'm very pleased to say that Paul is here with his two dogs, Ludo and Fidget, and also with Sonia. Hello, you crowd.
Morning, Sadie.
Hello. So we've got Ludo and Fidget. They're absolutely beautiful as well. Beautiful. What type of dogs are they?
Well, Fidget's a German Shepherd and Ludo's a Cocker Spaniel.
Right, and they're twisting away all over the place.
Well, she's by nature. Her name, Fidget, that's right.
She is,
yeah,
isn't she?
She's a right little wriggler.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
On the Queen's Birthday.
Thank you so much.
Honour. How does it feel to be recognised in this way?
I just heard the news presenter saying about this police officer getting a medal. I was like, oh, that's really good work. Well done, mate. I'm really pleased. You're like, that's me. I can't believe it. So I don't know. It's all too much to take in. I can't believe we're here talking about it, and it's just unbelievable. So I feel so humble about being recognised in this way. I really do.
Well, you shouldn't be, because you
I can't help it. I don't like the fuss.
You really?
I know, I can't help it. It's the way I am.
Enjoy it. I bet your
Thank
family
you.
are absolutely thrilled and proud.
Yeah, they are. They're very pleased, aren't they?
Right. Sonia, what do you think? Can you come more on the mic? Would you mind? Thank you.
Blown over by it. Absolutely blown over. It's well deserved. He's a real champion for the dogs, and it's been his life for the last 16 years.
And what's your relationship?
We're partners.
Right, just checking out there, you know. I don't want to be rude or anything like that.
I feel like the dog minder.
Exactly, so really. And the dogs are the babies, of course. So well done to you. I mean, was it a surprise?
Yeah, completely surprised.
Really?
Yeah, because all I've ever done said I've never wanted any recognition for what I do. It's all just been for these little guys, really, and make sure they're recognised for their incredible work. And it's just been a complete privilege to be involved with them and to work with such talented animals. It's
and what have you taught them to do?
Well, I don't really do anything. It's then I'm just the chauffeur, really. It's just then they're the stars. But Ludo, he's what's called a forensic recovery dog. So he's the dog that works at assault scenes, murder scenes,
right?
Victim recovery. So the dogs have been used at Grenfell Towers.
Yes,
well,
yeah.
That's the sort of work that he would have done had he still been working. So he's a very talented dog. And Ludo is what's called a German Shepherd dog. She's a general purpose dog.
Right.
She does all the biting and chasing and all that sort of stuff.
Right, okay. Because we saw, I retweeted, there was a fabulous picture on Twitter of 3 of the recovery dogs that were used at Grenfell Tower, and they had little boots on because, it was from the heat, obviously.
Well, that's something that I picked up on. When I first started working in Ludo, one of the first things I did was buy me a pair of booties.
Right.
So I saw the police dogs working there and they hadn't got any booties, so I got in contact with a manufacturer that I work with and said to them, look, let's try and get some boots for these guys. So I said, well, I'd pay for 5, and they said they'd match that, but they've donated 10 pairs of boots for the police dogs.
Wow.
So they can now work in safety up in the tower, so they can continue, because worst thing is if they get injured they can't work, and then they're not good to anybody, are they?
No, absolutely. And they're being used more and more, it seems. I mean, I love to watch these border programs, and they often have the dogs that sniff out the drugs and all that. How do you, because obviously they've got an amazing sense of smell, how on earth do you find out what they can smell? How do you do it?
Well, the sense of smell is incredible, and I like to use if you use the analogy of sight, which is quite a good thing to visualise. What we can see at 1/3 of a mile, they can see at 3,000 miles and still see quite clearly. So it's just beggars belief what they can do. But what we're tying into is their sense of play. So if you can give the association of the scent or the smell with play, you can train them to smell anything. As long as it's got a specific odour, you can teach them to smell anything. So it's all revolved around play. The idea is to show them the scent, give them the ball, and then the association is the scent with the ball. And it builds that way. So it's just around their sense of play, really, and their enjoyment around that.
Right. And they're beautiful. So tell me about Ludo and Fidget.
Well, Ludo, we're very fortunate. Ludo was donated to us from family from Frinton-on-Sea.
Right.
He's a working cocker, so he's full on. Right. He really is, and he needs a lot of attention.
What does a working cocker do?
Well, they're the shooting people, the shooting fraternity.
Right. They go and get the birds and all that.
Working on the farms and with shoots and that sort of stuff. So he come from there. So this is
It's not me panting. I must tell you, by the way, because it's quite loud. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So In fact, he's working now. I hope nothing in there shouldn't be in here.
Oh, well, I hope I had no idea.
You've not buried somebody, have you?
But call the police. I'm here already. I'm retired now. I don't care.
Look at him sniffing away. It's fantastic. Oh, we got to film this, Stuart. This is brilliant. Get in here.
See, he's working already.
Stuart, get in here with your camera and film a bit of this for Facebook.
And that's the way he is. He just loves to work, and he just enjoys it so much.
See, it's going to be filmed later and I'll go on our Facebook page. So that'd be brilliant.
But Fidget's the same. She just they just enjoy working. And
what does Fidget do?
Well, she's a general purpose. She'd be the searching, the biting. You wouldn't think so looking at her.
Yeah.
She's the searching, the biting, and the tracking and finding missing people and tracking burglars and finding stolen property and that sort of stuff.
I have to describe to my listeners what is going on.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Because in front of me, I have
Good
a desk. Let me just set out the studio for you. In front of me, I have lots and lots of sort of keyboards and big desks that you can imagine. I'm moving all the things up and down and everything, and a couple of screens around, and then there's a newsreader sits opposite me to my right. My guests are straight in front of me, and past them we have the sort of wall, and it's got some lines on this. I've never known really why. I think it's for acoustic wise. And above that we have the big mirror where I can see Stuart and Adam and in the central studio there. He, Ludo, is literally going along every line and sniffing every line. He's on his back legs going up to the top of the little ledge there where I put all my Christmas cards on the ledge, and he is absolutely, there's something, he's stopped in his tail's gone, he's found something. There's contraband in this studio somewhere. Who's done what?
Well, let's hope not, because he's not trying to find drugs. So.
That blew it for me. So and that is how he's working, is he? That is how he works.
With intensity
all the time.
Yeah.
And look, right up on the mic now, we've got Fidget right up on the mic, having the sniff on the mic there. We've got the two of them in. This is absolutely fabulous. So have you got your award, or are you getting your award? What's happening?
Well, the letter comes with the post, and it's all a surprise. And then a letter came from the National Crime Agency yesterday. The Director General is like, what I don't understand what's going on. And then I come to see you guys, and it's talking about it. But I had some correspondence, and they think it's going to be between October and March.
Right. Are you going to get up and see the Queen and all that?
Well, I think it's either her or Prince Charles or
Charlie or what?
Or William.
Monica, you going?
I'm going. I can't wait.
You got to get a hat.
I've got a hat.
Have you?
I will have to buy a hat.
You will have to, and we want photos.
Oh, we will.
We want. Yes, exactly.
We
You
will.
tell them
We
they
will
found
upload
it.
some.
that's Fish taking part.
Whatever it is. Will the dogs go as well? I mean, it is for them. No, it's not for them.
No, it's a bit
is it?
hot for them.
Well, the corgis might not like them either.
No, there might be a big fight.
Listen to those dogs. So, Monica, what do you feel about this?
Sonia.
Did I say?
Who's Monica?
Do you know? Where did that come from? Welcome to my world, everyone.
I could be Monica.
Yeah, thank you. It quite suits you, actually.
Thank you.
So, Sonia, I mean, is this plaque, is it going to go up on the wall? Because there's a whole box. Where's that box of goodies that you brought in? It's in there. What's in that box?
Well, what we've brought along today is because something else I'm working on now in retirement is the National Police Dog Memorial.
Yes, tell me about this.
Well, it's quite. When I first, let's get right from the start. When you first start, you sort of join with your eyes wide shut, really, as a dog handler, and you know eventually you're going to lose your dog.
Look at, oh my goodness, now, that is really heavy. Let me describe this for my listeners. It's on a base of wood, solid. It looks like, is that bronze? And it's obviously a soldier. Police officer, I beg your pardon. It's a sculpture with your dogs. Is that you?
One is Ludo.
It is.
And one is a dog called Carly, who comes from the Met.
But it looks like Ludo and Fidget.
No, that's Carly, a dog from the Met. The German, yeah.
Oh, they're beautiful.
And that was done by a guy called John Doubleday, who's a local sculptor.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
So that's going to be life size plus 10%, I think.
And where's it going to be?
Hopefully at Oaklands Park.
Now, do you need to raise money or awareness? What do you need to raise to get this?
Both.
65,000.
Right.
We've already started. We've got 3 or 4,000.
I was going to offer it to you, but not today.
6,500.
Yeah. So what on the back of that, we've also got a website where we've got a roll of honour, because before there's nowhere recorded where police dogs are dying services. There's nowhere recorded, so I've started collating those details on the website, so people can have a look at that and see the record of what the sacrifice they've made is already. So we've got to raise £65,000.
Right. How are you going to do it?
Well, so far it's by donations, but hopefully somebody might step up to the mark and come forward with some, especially because it's a local.
Exactly.
So
Have you got a Just Giving page or something
We've got
like that?
on the website. We give the details, so you put it on the website afterwards. So people can.
Yeah.
There's a little shop on there. People can go and buy merchandise, their lanyards, and some patches and badges and all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm just
like
looking at all these. Yeah, we've got lanyards here, a National Police Dog Memorial, and what's this here?
that. There's just some little patches.
Little
Sonny.
patches, excellent. So we've got all that, got pens, got little.
What's important as well
look
is
at
this is first in the country. We've had some medals specially minted for dogs when they retire. So they get presented with a medal. They get their service dates engraved on the box and on the medal.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The dogs that die in service get black ribbons. The dogs that retire get red and blue ribbons. So each dog in Essex now retired, they get this presented to them in a special ceremony with Lord Peter, Lady Ruggles Rice, because we've had such support from the Essex Retired Police Dog Fund by Linda Belgrove. Because when our dogs retired, we can't get insurance for them.
Right.
No one insures for us.
Right.
So it's funds like Linda's fund will help the handlers and the people that look after dogs with vet bills and things like that. So they're really supportive of that. The next ceremony is the 9th of July. It'll be the third one we've held.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm aware, it's the only one in the country at the moment that would do it.
Oh, well, this says Police Dog PD Archie in recognition of Law Service May 2005 to May 2012. It is absolutely fabulous. Well done to you. Well done. It's absolutely brilliant. My guest in the studio has been just recognised in the Queen's Birthday Honours. Paul Nichols recently retired after 30 years service for Essex Police as a dog handler. His partner's with us as well, Sonia. Funny, there we go.
Oh, Monica, to our friends.
Monica.
Not Monica, although Monica's quite nice as well, of course. And his two dogs are with us, Ludo and Fidget, who are fidgeting and are lovely. I absolutely love having dogs in. We've been talking about, obviously, you've got an award and how you're trying to raise money to get a statue to go in a local park that actually is for the dogs and for their handlers as well. And so you should. And we'll give out details in just a moment. So go and grab your pens.
Yeah.
But tell me about these dogs that I've heard of that actually detect medical conditions.
Well, a couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Right.
And Parkinson's is a really difficult disease to detect when it's early onset. So there was some confusion at the start. I was diagnosed and I wasn't diagnosed, and I was diagnosed again because the only way to be certain is what's called a DAT scan, because there's no biometric test.
Right.
So I've been working with the guys at Medical Detection Dogs previously. They train dogs to detect cancer, they alert on nut allergies and things like that. And I thought, I wonder if they could do it. So I went and spoke to the CEO, Claire Guest, and she said, we'll take that on as a project.
Right.
And we just had some news yesterday, actually, that they're hoping to start the project and to go live with it sometime in the next month or so. So dogs will be trained to detect the early onset of Parkinson's.
Wow.
To give that added layer of identification of the disease.
Because once you know, my friend's mum, bless your heart if you're listening, and I won't mention your name, it's a private thing, of course, her mum's just been diagnosed with Parkinson, but for over a year now, my friend's been saying to me, there's something wrong with my mum, we don't know what it is, and the thing is, once you know, even though it must be an enormous shock, and I've had shocks as well, once you know, then you can deal with it, then you can say, okay, so what do we do now?
Exactly. So that's the hardest thing is the detection of it, because it's one neurologist's opinion of you might be different to another one. Because like I've just said, there's no biometric test. It's so difficult to detect. So I'm thinking, let's train these dogs up to give this added layer of security, if you like, for the diagnosis, and the guy's going to do it.
And how on earth do they do that? Do they introduce it to people who've got Parkinson's so they get used to a certain smell, and then
I'm not too sure how they're going to do it. They have to find patients that are obviously pre-medications, because you can't have any confusion with the dogs with the medication as well on it. So I think they'll be taking swabs to the back of the neck. I think something like that, and then the dogs will be shown the swab.
Right.
And trained that way. But I'm really, because we're going to go there soon and have a look at it, because what they do out there is just incredible. The work they do out there is just amazing.
I remember a story once that I read many moons ago, and it was when it first came to light of dogs being able to detect medical problems, and a lady, her dog just kept going mad at her breast all the time.
Claire, I think, Claire Guest.
Was it? Yes.
Yes.
And it turned out that it was cancer, and it was caught because the dog would not leave her breast alone.
What was quite interesting was before I was diagnosed, the dogs kept smelling my breath, and it wasn't because I didn't clean my teeth or anything like that. And I was quite, but perhaps that's what it was, maybe.
Yeah,
What's it,
look
mate?
at this one.
Oh,
Look at
you're such a good
fidgets
man.
up,
Ludo.
fidgets up. That's Ludo. Fidgets under there. Fidgets not fidgeting at the
No.
No,
moment.
she's lying down. It's too hot for her.
Ludo's
Yeah,
up.
so it's just it's incredible what these dogs can do. So it's just trying to get the best out of them, really.
Right. Okay. So let's have the details now. If people do think this is a worthy cause, because there's lots of causes
Yeah,
around,
of
as
course
we
there
know. If you feel it's a worthy cause, that we should be recognising the work that the dogs do, the police dogs do, and their handlers as well, which you do as well,
Yeah.
and you're fundraising for the National Police Dog Memorial to recognise police dogs that have died in service.
Yeah.
How do they get in touch with you?
The website is K9 Memorial UK.co.uk. K9, not the K9 as in Doctor Who, but K the letter K,
Yeah.
9 Memorial UK.co.uk. And there's information about dogs lost in service. There's a shop in there and other bits and pieces. So
Well, thank you very much
You're
indeed for
welcome.
joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you
Pleasure
very
to
much
meet
indeed.
you.
Monica.
Sonia, it's a great addition as well, having you
Thank
in as
you.
well. And what can I say to the stars of the piece, of course, Ludo and Fidget?
exactly, they're, at the end of the day, they're the stars. It's nothing to do with us. We're just the dope and rope.
But let us know what you get following
course.
up from this. Please
Definitely.
do, won't
Yeah, of
you?
course.
Thank you,
As
Sadie.
if people can help and can donate or do want to see that beautiful statue
Ace.
in that
course.
park. But also as well, I want a photo of you both. I
Brilliant.
want a photo of you. Don't let
Not
me
just the
down.
dogs.
Don't let me down. I want
Okay.
a photo of you. Thank you very much indeed.